Hey guys, what is up? This is Mr. A. Crizzy here, and happy St. Patrick's Day. I got my green Under Armour shirt on after I got back home from work, and so this is going to be another movie review, and this is going to be a brand new movie review, which I'm filming right now. And I actually went and saw this movie, last night at Regal with my cousin Ashley, and her husband Robby also went as well. Yeah, in case you didn't remember, last October 2022, Ashley and Robby got married at the Hyatt last October, and just in case some of you guys didn't remember that, but yeah, in case you're new to my channel, then because I actually went and saw this new DCEU movie with my cousin Ashley and her husband Robby. All three of us went together to see this movie. And today's movie review on St. Patrick's Day is going to be on Shazam: Fury of the Gods. Yep. Shazam: Fury of the Gods is the sequel to the 2019 movie Shazam, which I really enjoyed, and it's actually one of my favorite movies of 2019. And yeah, so Shazam: Fury of the Gods takes place sometime after the events of the first Shazam in the DCEU, where the movie's basically in the story we follow bestowed with the powers of the gods. Billy Batson and his fellow foster kids are still learning how to juggle teenage life with their adult superhero alter egos. When a vengeful trio of ancient gods arrives on Earth in search of the magic stolen from them long ago, Shazam and his allies get thrust into a battle for their superpowers, their lives, and the fate of the world. And of course, the vengeful trio is basically named the daughters of the gods, and three of them are played by Rachel Ziegler from the Steven Spielberg West Side Story remake from 2021, and the other two were played by Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren. Yeah, and of course, Zachary Levi stars in this movie as Shazam once again, including Jack Dylan Grazer and Megan Good. Yeah, so that's pretty much all you need to know about Shazam: Fury of the Gods. It just came out today, and me and my cousin Ashley and of course her husband Robby, me and Ashley and Robby, all three of us went and saw this movie last night at Regal. And of course I'm here reviewing it right now on St. Patrick's Day, so yeah. But yeah, so how does the movie turn out for me? Well, I gotta say, this Shazam: Fury of the Gods was actually a pretty fun time. I actually thought it was a pretty good movie in the DCEU. And sure, I will admit, it's not as good as the first Shazam, because I still really love the first Shazam a lot better, because I think the first Shazam's a lot better, but Shazam: Fury of the Gods was still a fun sequel. I mean, sure, it's not as good as the first movie, but it's a good movie for what it is. Yeah, mainly because I think the DCEU might possibly be coming to an end, and from what I learned, James Gunn is actually going to reset the whole DC universe and start all over again with the new DC universe, starting with his next movie that he's directing in 2025. That would be the new Superman movie, Superman Legacy, which will be the first installment of the new DC universe. But this is Shazam: Fury of the Gods we're talking about, and I gotta say, the action itself is fun for entertainment, and the humor, I thought the humor at some parts I thought was pretty funny. I mean, there was actually this one line that was only in the trailer, and of course it's nowhere in the movie. It was actually in the trailer where Shazam was throwing a truck at a dragon, and he's like, I just threw a truck at a dragon. I love my life. Yeah, but that line was nowhere in the movie. Because when I was watching the movie carefully, that line was actually nowhere in the movie. There's a difference. It was only in the trailer. But of course, Shazam actually does reference the Fast and the Furious movies, with Helen Mirren's character when they were sitting down having lunch at having lunch together, and where he's like, it's all about family. Family, guys. That was the signal. Yeah, and because there were some fun parts I liked about this movie, and sure, and of course the movie does open up at not only at a museum, but of course we actually do get to see Shazam and his foster friend kids, so that are like saving everyone from a collapsing bridge, because the movie actually does open up with them like rescuing a bunch of citizens from a collapsing bridge, because there was actually like a truck crash that occurred on a bridge, and then it was beginning to collapse. Yeah, because the movie, and that's pretty much how the movie opens up. Like, it first opens up at a museum, and then of course, like, where we actually know what's going to happen, and then of course, like, we get to like the bridge collapsing part, and yeah. But I gotta say, the performances in this movie I thought were great. I think Zachary Levi is still awesome as Shazam. And even though there's a possible chance we may never see Shazam ever again, but I'm not really gonna give away the ending or the mid-credit scenes or after-credit scenes, because there is a mid-credit scene and after-credit scene. So make sure you stick around, and I'm not gonna give away the mid-credit scenes or the post-credit scenes. So, but I gotta say, like I said, as for the performances were a lot of fun. I think Zachary Levi's still awesome as Shazam. And Asher Angel as, like Billy Batson, Asher Angel, he did good. Jack Dylan Grazer was also good in the film too, and of course the three women who played the daughter of the gods, which were the vengeful trio of ancient gods. I actually think all three of them actually did a pretty solid job in this film. I think Rachel Ziegler, I really liked her performance as Maria in the West Side Story remake, and she was good in the film here as well. And I also heard she's also going to be in Disney's live-action adaptation of Snow White. But, yeah. And Helen Mirren, she was good as well. And Lucy Liu, I think I really like Lucy Liu. I think Lucy Liu is actually one of my well-known actresses that I've known for a long time. Like Lucy Liu, like, she did good in the film. And yeah, so, but yeah, what makes this movie like not as good as the first Shazam was actually like, I think it was actually because I think it was like bad timing around the same time where the DCEU is possibly coming to an end, and James Gunn's gonna reset the DC universe. Because I think James Gunn's DC universe will actually be a whole lot different compared to the DCEU. I mean, sure, like, the post-credit scenes I'm still not going to give away, but like I said, I recommend sticking around for the mid-credit scenes and after-credit scenes, but I'm not going to give away any. I'm not going to give that away. So, and yeah, because I thought this was a pretty solid, fun time film for a Shazam movie. As much as I really like the first Shazam, this was a good sequel. While it's not as good as the first Shazam, it's still a pretty good movie. I liked it. My cousin Ashley liked it, and her husband Robby enjoyed it as well. Yeah, and it was just a fun time going to the movies with Ashley and Robby at like even after they got married at the Hyatt like last October of 2022. And yeah, so overall, Shazam! Fury of the Gods was a good movie, and I'm gonna give Shazam! Fury of the Gods 3.5 out of 5. Yeah. So yeah, like the movie's already out today, and of course, if you haven't already seen Shazam! Fury of the Gods, and if you really love the first Shazam, then I'm sure you'll probably get a kick out of this, and if you haven't seen it yet, I say give it a watch. I recommend it. Oh yeah, and of course I almost forgot to mention Megan Good was also very good in the film too, just like the first movie. And yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Almost forgot to mention that. But yeah, I recommend checking out Shazam! Fury of the Gods. And oh yeah, and of course the previews I got in front of Shazam! Fury of the Gods were actually like, they were mostly like animated kids trailers. Like the first trailer they actually showed was actually like about my father. It's with Robert De Niro. The others were Ruby Gillman, the like Teenage Kraken, as well as the Flash, Oh yeah, and Barbie, and yeah, because there was like mostly like animated, a little bit of animated movies that were coming out, like that were shown at my theatrical showing of this movie. But if you guys have seen my community tab about the previews I got in front of Shazam: Fury of the Gods, you'll know what I'm talking about. And of course I'll also look into giving like Regal's Monday Mystery Movie a chance. Because while I'm not really that interested, while I'm not really that big and not really interested in checking out like many of Regal's Monday Mystery movies that they do, I might give this just one try and just one chance, and yeah, just for one time. So I'll look into it and I'll keep you guys updated. But yeah, so as for this weekend, after seeing this movie, I got nothing else to see in theaters this weekend. So yeah. All right, guys. So that's going to be it for my movie review on Shazam: Fury of the Gods. And that's going to be it for this video, so make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying, Happy St. Patrick's Day, and goodbye everybody, and that's about it.